It's Friday afternoon and I'm just popping up to the fourth floor in our building to talk to Adrian, who has done the mental health module, and we'll get his opinion on how useful he found it. Hi Adrian, it's Frank.
Hello, Frank.
How's it going? Sorry to bust in on you at the end of the day.
Very well, thank you.
I always enjoy coming into your office. It's so bright and friendly and welcoming and clean.
Thank you. We try.
I think you have a nicer office than I do. Oh, nice picture. Adrian, do you mind if I just...
Come and have a seat.
Thanks. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about the mental health module? I'm going to Nova Scotia to talk to a few GPs who are going to be leaders and bringing the mental health module to the doctors and GPs in Nova Scotia. And you did the mental health module here a few years ago. Is that right?
Yes, I did.
Roughly how long ago was it?
I believe it was 4, if not 5 years ago already. Time flies.
It does. It does. And tell me, Adrian, just kind of just from your memory, what's your general feeling about what you learned and how the module was, thinking back on it and in your, day-to-day practice here?
Very good, very useful, very positive experience. I believe it was a series of 3 half days.
Yeah.
And very intense, very useful. A lot of material was covered, out of which I still use the mental health algorithm.
Oh, that has all the resources on it.
Yes, now they made it comprehensive, and I believe all the material is included.
Yeah.
And I save that in my favorites, and sometimes when I change computers, so this is a new unit that I can just go on Google, and I have a very quick way of retrieving it, and then I circumnavigate from there.
Good man. Do you still use the mental health module tools?
All the time.
Oh, okay.
All the time.
And have they helped you in dealing with generalized anxiety and major depressive disorders in general practice?
Probably the most, because I have. We can show that in a minute. I have all these sticky notes, but I keep in every room, very handy by the computer. It goes by the numbers on the algorithm, the page number.
Oh, the page numbers.
We can do that in just a second, but they're probably correlating to PHQ-9,
yeah,
the inventory for depression, the GAD-7 for the anxiety. It also pertains to the MDQ for bipolars.
Oh yeah. So I'm just going to put you on the spot here, Adrian.
Works for me.
I'm just hypothetically say that I'm a patient with depression, and you want to quickly do a PHQ-9 assessment on me. How are you going to navigate and get your hand on the tool and pull it off? So I guess you have to log on to your.
I probably am, and I should have it my favorites. But then again, like I said, this is a new computer setup. A couple of weeks ago we went into, so disregard the international news there for a second. So I'm on Google, and I remember VIHA mental health algorithm, and then this is not going in my favorites. It's the first thing that comes. It's called PSP mental health module, and I remember that very well.
Right.
You just click on it depending on the computer speed and connection.
So there you're up and running.
There we are on the home page of it. One should be very careful not to print this page, because it actually prints the entire document of 407 pages.
Yes.
If you're in each page individually, choose
current page.
Print current page. Okay, so this is the basis, and they're all clickable. There you go. We go into PHQ-9, GAD-7, and this is a searchable. You just say MDQ, and it takes you there. I saved the numbers, like I said, the most common ones being, well, I think it varies from person to person.
You put the number in the
in the box where the page number is. Well, in this case, for example, page 2 and 3 takes you to the patient health questionnaire, the PHQ-9 for depression, and the next page, I believe, it's interpretation that can be reviewed, the score.
Yeah.
The next one should be 108. Let's see what that. There you go, the GAD-7.
Right.
We're talking about. So these are the most commonly used
that you do
forms, and another local resource is here for the Mental Health and Addictions Center intake referral form. That I believe is 125. We start to. No, this is the MDQ I was talking about for bipolars. That's very useful. The intake form for referral is 135, I believe.
There you
And
go.
this is a local resource to the Island Health.
Yeah.
And then it also has a variety. I think 84 should be Bounce Back. You know, that telephone counseling program for moderate depression, non-psychotic,
and non-life-threatening
conditions. We have another tool that I use is the ADHD
self-reports.
Screening tool. So these are just a few. Again, going back to the page, the home page, everything.
And they're all hyperlinked there. And if you need to get Plan G for pharmacare coverage, you have it on the front page there as well.
That is for us. Well, it happens to be a touch screen, so you just.
It's a touch screen.
This is a very useful, that CBIS manual, which we used to have in hard copy, the cognitive behavioral interpersonal skills.
Yes.
Where everything is here. Well, education is very good for our patients. This is, of course, browsing at random without any particular prepared schedule.
I kind of blindsided you with this little interview, but I'm glad to see that you understand how to still use it, and you have your favorites and they're written down on your piece of paper there. We all use this differently, but have you found this a useful resource?
Quite very much so.
And how often would you use it? Like throughout, say, your average week?
Probably 2-3 times a week.
Oh, okay. And
there are a lot of people in need of attention for
So do you think that
mental care, depression, and anxiety is.
Since you've done the mental health module, do you feel your approach to mental health patients has changed in any way?
Yes, it helped me to achieve more confidence in interpersonal relationships with my patients. I am socially closer, socially, professionally closer to them.
Yes, well, the social distance from the stigma is less than before.
Indeed, because I can take a lot more of their help them approach a lot more of their problems.
Yeah. Adrian, just another question occurred to me. Since you have done the mental health module, and now you appear and seem more engaged, more welcoming to your mental health patients than ever before, and your overall care of your mental health patients sounds like it hasn't gone up. Is that a fair statement?
I think so. It is because we talk a lot more with our patients about their problems. I have developed this ease and confidence, and much rather informal or making them feel comfortable. We can address their problems, and therefore there's a higher volume. I don't think there's a competition on who can prescribe more antidepressants as an example. It is just that we can better serve our patients' needs, which also happen to be in the the realm of mental health problems, chiefly depression and anxiety issues.
And have you received any positive feedback from your mental health patients, from your increased enthusiasm and interest in mental health?
Yes, I have. It is very rewarding when you see the young professional married person to reintegrate into the professional life, as well as be again happy with her family in just a matter of 2-3 weeks, and that's because it's well done here.
There's professional satisfaction comes along with that. There's kind of a feel-good effect knock on to ourselves too. I get the same thing when I see my patients responding to our treatment plans.
I think that's a good antidepressant for ourselves.
It is. Well,
not that I am depressed.
Well,
but,
none of us are immune to depression, but it does uplift us. It makes our day better.
Yes, it does, very much so.
Well, thanks for that, Adrian. So just to wrap up, have you got any special words of wisdom to your colleagues in Nova Scotia about the mental health module and your feelings about it?
Probably get familiar with it. It looks scary at first, but it isn't at all. It is very comprehensive and useful. And I took the interest, rather, not so much time, but because it's so well organized, than to search it, make the sticky notes with the numbers that are more likely to be used, but not limited to that. And on very rare occasion, I can share this. I write on a sticky note for a patient, go Google VHA mental health algorithm, and it shows up for them just as it shows up for us. It's available to the public on the internet. Some people who are very inquisitive, curious minds, some educated, can do very well just by reading. And there's no limit to that on how much they can find out, resource, rather than go to Mayo Clinic, which is far from us. We have everything at our fingertips.
That's right.
So probably just don't get scared. It looks complicated, but it's very, very useful for physicians and patients alike. I wouldn't routinely recommend that this needs to be disclosed or divulged to the patient unless they are very so inclined. But there's a very, very good learning and help practice opportunity right there.
Thank you. Awesome. Thanks for your time, and sorry for blindsiding you like this, but it's great to get your comments off the cuff.
Not at all. Always a pleasure, Frank, and I hope this helps.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everyone.